I work in machine learning. Okay. I understand and I know how these AI tools are built, from the inside out. But guess what? When you ask me to build a gaming app, that's not in my lane. That's not what I do. Front end development, user interfaces, browser code, these are not my world. All right. So when I sat down with Google Gemini and I was curious and I built a fully working playable IO game in under 10 minutes using 3 simple prompts. Well, I wasn't performing a trick for the camera. I was genuinely figuring it out as I went. And boy, I was pretty impressed. And that's exactly why I think this is worth watching for you. Ayo, also called Ajo, is a traditional West African strategy board game. So you have 2 players, 2 rows of pits, and some seeds that you have to distribute around the pit on the board. Now, it's very simple to explain, and it's genuinely strategic once you are playing the game. I wanted to build a digital version of the game, not because I needed to do that, but just because I was curious and I wanted to test something. I know how AI models work. I know what they are capable of doing and what they are good at and where they fall apart. But knowing the theory and experiencing what these tools are actually capable of doing for a regular task, that's a different ballgame. So I ran the experiment and I recorded it, and that's what I'm about to show you. Before we get into it, I need you to understand where I'm coming from. Okay? Now, my background is in machine learning. All right? Training models, working with data, understanding how AI systems learn, and making decisions using that data. That's my day job. But what I'm about to do right now, which is building a gaming application, an interactive gaming application with a visual interface, is actually outside my skill set. I could figure it out eventually, right? Because I live close to code, but it would take me significantly longer than 10 minutes without AI helping me. And what that means for you is that if this worked for me, then it can work for you as well. All right, so this is prompt 1, the first prompt I used. So I kept this completely plain, no technical instructions, just a simple description of what I want the end result to be. Yeah, so it took me quite a bit of time to type it out, so I'm speeding up the video at this point. But just to let you know that your first starting point is to think and describe what you want to build in great detail, explaining what you should take in and what you should take out. And this is what I was doing right here. And this is the final prompt I got. So the next stage is to ask it to build, all right? And I just did that. You can see it on the screen. Now, because of my background, I can tell you what is happening on the AI side when this message is sent. So Gemini is predicting the most likely sequence of code that satisfies the description I've provided based on patterns it has learned from millions of examples. So it's not particularly thinking creatively, it's just completing a very complex pattern to generate the code. So the thing is this, for what we are doing right now, it doesn't really matter what is happening, in the background. What matters to you is what comes out on the other side of the prompt you have provided. And so I'm going to be showing you what the code looked like when the whole complex analysis was completed. And here we are, the code generation is complete and the game is live for us to see. And on the left panel, which maybe you're right, you will see a list of description telling me what it has done to implement this game and all the different decisions it made to be able to bring this game alive. And that's how cool it is. So I'm not going to pretend that I can write this myself very quickly. I'm not a front-end developer, I'm not a software developer, but I could read it and understand most of it. But if you ask me to generate it from scratch in this form, that's not what I'll be able to do. And I think it's really cool. Okay, so let's take a look and see if the game actually works. So now I'm trying to test the game to see if it works. It asked me to enter a room number. I did that because it provided instructions for me to try it out. And then I went over to the game itself to figure out what to do. But it looks like it wasn't giving me what I expected. So I had to give it further instructions to get it to work the way I'd like it to. So the first version wanted me to play against a friend, a virtual friend. So I would have to send the link and get them to join me to play the game. But I wanted to be able to play the game with a computer if I was just by myself. So I was giving it instructions to modify the behavior of the code to do exactly what I want. Now, this is something I find genuinely interesting from a machine learning perspective, because the model is maintaining context from one prompt to the other. It understands we are still working on the same project. It doesn't need me to re-explain the whole game again, So that context window, that ability to hold a conversation and build on it is one of the things I think that makes this tool actually useful rather than just impressive. Before you know it, the final version or the updated version is out, and we are going to check it out shortly. So you can see that we now have the play with computer and play with a friend option. And so I'm just going to choose the play with the computer option and go ahead and try the game. So here I am playing against the computer in the first round of the game. It's also keeping a record of my score versus the computer score as the game continues to progress, which is really impressive. You can see that it tells me when it's my turn with the green button on the bottom, your turn. And right now, when the computer is playing, it shows the computer is playing as well. And then when it's my turn, it tells me it's my turn. So I continued playing the strategy game until it told me that I won. Yay! So now you can see it has the play again option, and I chose that and it cleared all the games so that we can start again. The scores are down to 0. But then I realized that there's no way of keeping track of the previous games. Once you reset the game, it's all gone. So I gave it additional instruction to say, hey, give me a game history. And you can see it on the left side doing its thing with the rolling circle right there. And when it's finished, we are going to see the history showing up in the game on the right side. And there we are. Update is complete. And the game history is now showing at the bottom towards the left-hand side of the game. And honestly, that's really how easy it is for you to describe additional features that you want to add to your base application. In this case, this game I've built. And, the AI tool just goes to work and immediately provides it for you. And I think that's really impressive. So I continued the game until I won the computer a second time. Yay! Now, let me give you my honest take on this demo. That is coming from someone who actually understands what is going on under the hood. Okay? Now, AI tools like Gemini, ChatGPT, Claude are not magic. I know that's better than most people. Okay, so trust me on that one. They are pattern completion at a normal scale. I call them prediction engines. They get things wrong. They hallucinate, yes. They have real limitations, for sure. But guess what? What you just saw happen now is also real. It is a task that sits completely outside my professional skill set. Something like building a working styled interactive application, a gaming app. It just got done in 10 minutes. Wow. It's not because I'm clever, no, simply because I described what I wanted very clearly. I paid attention to what came back to me, and I knew how to ask for corrections, period. And that's the skill set that is needed. It's not the technical knowledge, no, but it's the ability to describe what you want, evaluate what you get back from the tool, and to iterate. If you've been watching AI and thinking, that's interesting, but it's not for me, or I'm not technical enough, I don't think I can do that, well, I want you to reconsider that. Why? Because what I just showed you didn't require my machine learning background or expertise. It required clear thinking and 3 well-described prompts to produce the results. And you know what? That skill set which I just described is the same skill set you have. So go put it to use. The exact 3 prompts I used for this gaming app are in the description box below. Okay, so go check it out and try them out. Take them, swap in whatever you want to build and run the experiment yourself so that you can see what the capabilities are. This channel is about helping people understand and use AI practically without needing a technical background. So if you found this video useful, please like the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next video that is coming up. And also drop a comment for us in the comment section. Tell us what you would like to build when you make your own experiment. I'm genuinely curious and excited for you. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.